if someone is teaching and sharing really some very, very deep and important work, that they have the authority. But what really gives someone the authority to teach? And to what extent can they teach, right? Could there be varying degrees of what somebody has, or how much authority somebody has to teach? And how do we really discern that? The degree which somebody has authority to teach is measurable. They have the authority to teach to the degree which they are free. How free somebody is decides how much authority they really have to share spiritual wisdom and lead and guide others. Now, say they have self-enlightenment, then they have the authority to speak to that extent which they know their essential nature. But perhaps they haven't gone beyond awakening their own essential nature to that next step, which is the collective consciousness that they share with others. Now, that is a reserved seat for those who've been there and live it and breathe it and can really say, I understand what that is, and here's the wisdom from that point of view. And then, of course, that continues with the consciousness of the world. Now, if somebody, say, again, has realized their essential nature, but hasn't gone beyond that first stage, and that's fine, they can still teach, but it's very important that when they do teach beyond their point of view of understanding their essential nature on an individual level, when in terms of the collective consciousness beyond that in the world, it's important that they refer to the wisdom of the teachers and beings who have. And there's a bit of a disclaimer to that. Not the teachers that have passed. These are not historical figures mentioned in scripture or doctrine. The best authority to refer to on your behalf, if you don't know something, is someone who is living and breathing, or was living and breathing when they instructed you, right? That is the best reference. Even beyond life, and say a teacher comes to you in dreams, that does not hold more weight than a teacher does who's living and breathing. It's like, currency. You don't use currency from 200 years ago, right? You use what's here right now that's working for this day and age. So that's an important piece on authority. And I think it's essential for this particular path and what I'm sharing with you today. I personally use that for myself and check myself, and I check my teachers, and I check new people that I meet. And when you start to do that, you start to realize that a lot of folks out there are repeating what somebody already said. they're not necessarily living and breathing that experience and transmitting that right to you. They're just copy and pasting or parroting what somebody else said. And there can be truth in what's being said, but it's not necessarily checked, or we don't necessarily know how much that information can be trusted. So it's just important to just always discern and make sure that the quality of the teachings that you're given is really high. Being selective is important about who you're getting information from. And lastly, I'll say, how alive are the words that are coming from that person's mouth? Now, let's think about that. How alive are the words coming from someone's mouth, right? So, when somebody is really in line with truth, what they say and what they do is alive and it's living and it's radiating, and you don't have to be psychic to feel it. We can intuitively pick up on when someone is um, really coming from an experience.